Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and today is Tuesday, July 29th, and this is week 2 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. If you're watching this live, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I see 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. And let's see, let's remove this. Here's the project we're making. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi Joan, Erica, Kathy, Melissa. Okay, so the sound is good. Awesome. Okay, so here is the project that we're making tonight. Now this bag of M&Ms kind of covers up the whole container. There's all sorts of candy that will fit in here. Let me reach across here really quick. So you could also add, like, you know, Reese's. You can add the little snack size M&Ms also. I put the big ones in there just because I wanted you to see how tall it was, but maybe you would like the peanut ones more than these, right? I've never seen the snack size in this one. Anywho, okay, so how are y'all doing? Oh, it's really hot here in Kansas again still today, but it's going to get significantly cooler in the next few days. Not tomorrow. The chat box just opened up. I think everything's lagging a little bit, but hey, we're all here, right? The sound is working. Oh, the heat index is 106 in southern Illinois. That is toasty. I think that's kind of the same thing it is here. Did I tell y'all last week that we have baby doves again? We don't know what day they were born, but like today the parents left them for a while and they were just hanging out, taking a little nap. They're so cute. Okay, so this box, here's the side view. So we have candy in the front, and then these little fidget keychains on the back side. Of course, you can put candy on both sides, but I like showing you guys a non-candy option every now and then, as often as I can, right? So these are really cute. I've got the link in the description to get these on Amazon. There's other figures. I've lost my words. Okay, so there was a question there. Did I post the sign up for the giveaways? I guess I should post that sign up again, shouldn't I? It's in the description on the video, but sometimes that gets missed. So let me show you that. Oh, and let me show you the candy, right? I'm so excited to show you guys the project that I just skipped over the prizes, didn't I? Okay, so if you're over on Facebook, you already saw them. So we're going to have 3 winners. You have to be present to win because winner number 1 and winner number 2 is going to get to choose which item they want. So we've got, you get to choose 2 packs of cardstock. So your choices are going to be basic black, pumpkin pie, balmy blue, or lemon lime twist. So whoever wins this or wants this, you get to choose 2 packs. And then the other choice is antique pearls, or you get to choose one of these drawstring bags. Now, whatever bag is not chosen tonight, it'll go back in the kitty for next week, okay? So 3 choices. I've posted the link. You know, I need to hop over to YouTube really quick and pin that to the top. So give me 1 second. Let me mute this so that I don't hear myself talking. Let's see, YouTube. And I'm almost there. Okay. Now, where's the comments? Or the chat box? Where's the chat box? Come on. Oh, things are moving a little bit slow, aren't they? Okay. Oh, no. A tree fell on the... That's awful. Ooh. Okay. Where am I at? I saw a squirrel. Not a squirrel. I saw a tree, right? Okay. That's very sad. Okay, so I'm going to pin that link to the top. So if you're over on YouTube now, that link for the live prizes is up at the top. If you're on Facebook, I gave y'all the link about 30 minutes ago, so y'all should already have that. Okay, now back to the box. So it stands like this. It's two-sided. It looks intimidating, but I promise you it's so super simple. Joan says she didn't get the announcement that I was starting. Joan, I think, so you're on YouTube. What you have to do is once you subscribe, you have to click on notifications. But I think there's another step. Does anybody on here know what step to tell her? Because I think it's, you click on get notifications, but I think you also have to click on one other thing. Yeah, if anybody on here knows the steps. Okay, so before we start with the project, this will be your free PDF for tomorrow. I've already got it started, so I'm 97% done. I just got to make a correction here, and I've got to add the QR code to watch the video. So this is going to be using box template 177, and you'll notice that this says front of box and this shows back of box. Okay, and we're going to use that to actually make the video, or make the box. That way, if there's a mistake, I'm going to catch it live. Hopefully, I don't. What are the purple crowns beside some people's names? I have no clue. Are there crowns beside people's names? Huh. Is it on YouTube? I got to go look real quick now. Sorry, but I have to look. Let's see. Go to my channel. Oh, there is a crown. Like Deborah has a crown next to hers. What does that mean? I think it might mean, I don't know. Somebody tell me. I think it means she's a top fan, but I don't know. It means you are the number putting messages in the chat box. Oh, so you're the number one. You've put the most comments in the chat box? And Joan is put the third most? I don't know. Okay, so there's 169 of y'all watching. Let's just go ahead and talk about this for a second. I promise we're going to make this box. But I wanted to ask you a question. So last week's winner, we only had 56 entries. And so I'm like, well, wait a second. There was like 200 of y'all that watched it live. And then after the live, there was like 2,000 of you that watched the recording. And I'm like, but only 56 of you wanted to win? So is it the prize? Or is how to enter to win is too confusing? I don't know. Y'all tell me. So you can use the chat box. You can send me an email. I'm confused. Only 56 of y'all wanted to win? I don't think that's the case. Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk about it again at the end of the video. Okay? So now let's get started. Step number 1. We are using the Spooky Halloween stamp set. And Spooky is here. And then the little dog Frankie is right here. Oh, let me close this up because there we go. Okay. The crown indicates a user's high level of engagement and activity within a specific live stream. Thank you, Katie. Okay. So this is the only stamp set that we're using tonight. And let me get my stamping mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. These are our 3 images. I'm using Memento ink. And here is my basic white. Okay, so Deborah says she can never figure out how to enter. Elizabeth says she can never figure out how to enter. Okay, so somewhere in my communication, I am not communicating it well. Because I was thinking, well, maybe y'all just don't want what I'm offering. Is that the issue? Okay. Now, I was watching a live stream this video. It was Kimberbell. It was a Kimberbell video. I think they said with the magic of television, something has already been done. So with the magic of television, I have already die cut the dog, and I have already die cut the little pumpkin. Okay? I've done a lot of die cutting in advance. I've already told y'all why, so you know. So now we're just going to stamp the greeting on this one. Okay, now the chat box is not scrolling. Hopefully it's going to start scrolling now. There it goes. Okay, this is going to be stamped flush to the left. That might be a little crooked. This is Fresh Freesia cardstock. And then these are all the other pieces that we're going to be using. I don't need this because I've already die cut it, so I'm going to set that back here. And now we're going to color. So let me get my blends. Okay. Oh, Lynn says, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Yes, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm going to put this here so I can see how to color. Okay, so we're going to start with the crumb cake. I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm just going to go around the edges with the dark color. We finally have ripe tomatoes from our garden. So we had BLTs for dinner last night. And we're going to have BLTs. Uh-oh, it looks like I forgot a color. That's okay. We'll make do. Okay. Yeah, so we're having BLTs again tonight. I know, Becky, if you're on here, she always asks what we're having, what David's making. I can tell I need to replace my crumb cake marker. It's starting to get very light. Yeah, BLTs are one of my most favorite. Also scrambled eggs and sliced tomatoes. Mmm, yummy, yummy, yummy. He planted, what did he plant? Heirloom? Heirloom? Is that how you say it? Man, them things look gnarly. His sister said that one of them looks like a kidney. But they taste real good. Yeah, they taste real good. Okay, next we're going to go with the Fresh Freesia Stampin' Blend. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go around the edges with the dark. And let's see. I think that's good. And then we're going to take the light. So I don't know if y'all were on here. I saw a couple people. I saw a couple people, a couple of my followers on the Kimberbell Facebook group on Saturday. So I was like, oh my gosh, one was Mary and the other one was Renee. Do any of y'all, anybody on here on this live, do the Kimberbell machine embroidery? Yeah, we had an event on Saturday where we just went and watched. We didn't actually get to make anything, but we got to see upcoming classes. I told David, I'm like, I definitely have to keep working a lot just to fund this machine embroidery habit. They have some beautiful stuff. Okay, next is Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with the dark. Yeah, David was like, why didn't you tell me to carry the machine out? I'm like, dude, I wouldn't have carried that thing. I can't do that right now. We didn't have to take our machine. It was just a watch only type of event. Okay, I think I got these out of order. Did I? I don't know. There's no particular order, right? Okay, how's that look? Pretty good. And then now the pumpkin. I think next week we have one day that's like the high of, did it say like 80? I can't remember. Sometimes I wonder, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I wonder if I've dreamt something. So David's dad was looking at vehicles yesterday, and this morning I was like, did you tell me that he changed his mind, or did I dream that? Okay, because I want this a little bit darker, I'm just going back over it again with my light crumb cake. And now we're done with coloring. Oh, Tina said she had a friend that owned a machine that cost more than her house. Yeah, I don't have one of the real expensive ones. In fact, I remind David all the time, I'm like, I have the cheapest machine in the group of ladies that goes every month. I have the cheapest machine of all of them. They all have the real big expensive one. I don't. Yeah. Okay, so our images are done. Now, right here, we have the bat. So that's right here. We have the boo. That's right here. Yeah, so everything is ready. We'll put all of these in here, and then we'll start the box. Okay, you've got 3 pieces of black, okay, basic black. If you'll notice, this one is 7.5. This is the back of the box, and this one is 8. That's the front of the box. So we're going to start with the front. I think right now it's 90 here. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So we're starting with the front. Is that what I said? We're starting with the front. Let me move these over too so I can see this. Okay, So on the 8-inch side, I'm confirming that's 8. I'm going to score, let me move this out of the way, move that out of the way. I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch. Ooh, this is basic black. Where's my wax paper? It looks pretty gnarly, like I've had it 100 years, but whoops, I know that's going to irritate somebody. Sorry about that. 1/2 inch, 5 1/4, and 6. And then on the 5 1/2 inch side, you're going to score at a 1/2 inch and 1 1/4, and you're going to do that on both sides. So a 1/2 inch and 1 1/4. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Now we're going to work on the back of the box. And this time I'll raise my arm so that my bracelet don't get on there. Okay, on the 7 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 2 inches and 2 3/4. And on the 5 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5. Oh, you know what? Nope, that's right. I did correct it. Okay. And then this final piece, this measures 2 1/2 by 3. And on the 2 1/2 inch side, you're going to score at a 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, and 2 inches. Is that right? Yeah, it's right. Okay. Now, we're going to take all of these and fold on the score lines and burnish with our bone folder. Becky says, who cares if it makes noises? Girlfriend, you would be surprised at how many comments I have gotten about how irritating my bracelets are. Hence the reason why I only have one. My whole life I've worn like 3 on one arm, 2 on the other. And for the last however long I've been on YouTube, it just really irritates people to hear the clanking of a bracelet. Yeah. And I try to edit it out. Like I try to lower the volume all the way down on my pre-recorded videos. Even my sewing videos, people are very against clanking sounds of a bracelet. I like the clanking sounds. For me, it's like, I don't know. I like it. What can I say? Okay, so there's that. See how that looks? Okay. Now this one. Everything is burnished, folded and burnished. So now what we'll do is we'll start with the front of the box again. So we're going to take our scissors. And I do actually have, just so I don't mess up, I do have this here, which I said I was going to follow the template because if I made a mistake, I need to know. So right now, you're going to remove this whole section. Can't talk. Okay, so cut here. And then we're going to cut all the way down. Now you can use your paper trimmer if you want. If you struggle cutting straight, you're welcome to put it back on your paper trimmer and cut that off. Same thing over here. We're going to cut all the way down. Okay. Now there's that. Now turn it over so that this 1/2 inch section is over on your right, and we're just going to cut like that. The same thing over here. Okay. And then what we want to do is remove this little piece here and then angle cut. Oh, I forgot to do the angle cut. Okay, see, I knew there was something I was missing. We need to add the little symbol for angle cutting. Hey, Becky, you're not going to believe this. I finally remembered where I put your password, and you are never going to remember. You're not going to believe where I put it. I put it in my contacts. So I do have your password, and I'm so sorry it took me a few days to remember. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now, okay? So this is going to fold in, and this is going to fold up, and that's going to attach just like that, okay? So you're going to put your adhesive on these two panels. Let's see. Where is my tear and tape? There it is. Okay. There we go. I hear airplane coming in. Where's my... Okay, so fold this up. There's that side. And there's that one. Okay, so now we're going to attach this piece here. Let's go ahead and put the tear and tape on that. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy says my PDFs are amazing. I actually spend a lot of time making those PDFs. Okay, so there's that one. So now we can move on to the back side. That was a lot for just the front of the box, right? Okay, I can put this away because I'm done. So this is similar. The only thing it doesn't have is this top piece right here. Okay, so we're going to remove all of this. Is that right? I'm double checking myself. Yep. So I'm going to cut straight across and then up. I hope I didn't go off the track there. It looks like I kind of did. You know, I think on this one you could still leave those side pieces. But you don't have to have them. Okay? Yeah. I'm looking at that. I'm like, well, why did I cut that off? But I think you could still leave them on there. Hey, I just heard a notification from something. Whoa. Ooh, I hear the cicadas out back. Okay. So now this piece here is going to attach, okay? Ooh, goodness. Don't let me forget to add the little handle, right? I almost forgot. Okay, so the handle was really easy. You just take two of the stylish shape circles. Let's see, where did I put them? Right here. So that's these two pieces here. And I cut this out first, and then I put it back on there and then cut out the center. Okay, so just the stylish shape dies. And so you can make this as tall as you want, okay? And I'm going to attach it to this piece here. And then I'm just going to hold it until it dries. So I'm just going to use my liquid glue. You could use tear and tape if you want. And I used way too much liquid glue. Let's see. So I'm just centering it. Kathy says, or not Kathy, Carrie says she has a three ring binder with all of my PDFs. That's awesome. Okay. So now we're just going to add our tear and tape here and attach these two together. Okay, there we have it. So now we're going to decorate it. Okay, come here. My tear and tape got away from me. There we go. Okay, don't need that. Now we're going to add the Designer Series paper. So these front panels here, yeah, so how many of you, do you store them in a binder, or do you store them in a file folder? Do you put them in page protectors, or do you punch them? Yeah. I keep mine in page protectors now because some of them have so much that it's hard to three hole punch it. Now for this piece here, you could get away with making them shorter, because you know, when you look in there, you can't see all the way to the bottom. So you could make that a lot shorter if you want to. But for the sake of doing my video, I just decided to make it the full length. But you could definitely save your Designer Series paper and make that shorter. No one will ever know that the paper doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And now this one. We get to see Olivia tomorrow. We're all going out to dinner. We saw her one day last week. I don't remember what day that was. She's getting so big. Okay. Looking good, right? So now we're going to add, I put the handle, those little dots, they're stitched, right? So I put that on the front. So we're just going to add the greeting here on the front. It's kind of like a door hanger box. We've made several door hanger boxes in the past. This one's just a little bit different. Okay, so smack dab in the middle. And then we're going to pop this guy up. Where's my dimensionals? So we're going to use the black dimensionals. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's kind of distracting, isn't it? Wait, where did I put him? Here he is. I'm just going to put one in the middle. I got to make sure that I leave room for the pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and, okay, let's just dump those out. Okay. I'm going to put the pumpkin down first just because I think it's going to be easier to line up. It keeps sticking before I want it to. There we go. Now the bat, and you can just add, I think I'm going to add it with a dimensional. I was going to use liquid glue, but, or what would be even easier is just to use a glue dot, right? Okay, now the back side, we'll add our embellishments last. So let me show you, this is a little bit different. So I decided to, if you cut out the black one and then you cut out the white one, then it kind of creates a shadow, right? So I like attaching two of them together just to give it a little bit of a shadow. And I should have used our adhesive sheets, but you guys know I always forget to do that. This is really how I do stuff, so or I'll use the Xyron. Okay, so I just offset it just slightly and then attach it. You could do double of the black color, the basic black, and that works as well. And it just makes it a little bit thicker. So do whichever way you prefer it. I cut two because I was going to do that, and then I'm like, well, wait, let's show them. I know you guys have seen that before, but okay, let's add dimensionals to our, well, this time let's add a mini glue dot. And this one's going to go up at the very, very top, like that. And then now we're going to use our liquid glue. Okay, so we've got embellishments and we've got ribbon. And then we're done. Except we got our drawing, right? So the only thing about the back side is that the ribbon, you know, the ribbon is facing the front. And in the back, well, not so much, right? I guess you could add 2 pieces if you want, but I think it's okay that the ribbons. You know what I'm going to do? Let's try 2 pieces of ribbon. Let's see. I hope that's big enough, because if not, I've just wasted ribbon. Well, not really, because I can always use it on something else. Let's see. Okay. So that was approximately 16 inches of ribbon. Okay, come on. I give up. Okay, now our embellishments. Now I wanted to remind y'all that this pack of paper, okay, where's the embellishments? That's the dies. Here they are. This pack of paper comes with all of these images, all these cutouts. So you could always use this little fairy bear fairy. I don't know. You could use the cauldron with bubbles. So yeah, you've got all these cutouts when you order that paper. Okay, so a couple things I have to tell y'all about while we add these embellishments. Now I'm going to go ahead and put an image on the screen. So I'm going to share with you the August specials. Let me make this a little bit smaller so that y'all can still see what I'm doing. So starting August 5th, there is a in color sale. And also starting August 5th, Celebration is going to be gone for good. No more Celebration. So there's going to be a sale for the 2025 Celebration items. They are while supplies last. It starts on August 5th. It goes till September 5th. But I suspect that everything's going to be gone before September 5th. So if you want some of the past Celebration items, okay, I just remembered that this layer technically was added with dimensionals, but that's okay. Yeah, so mark your calendar, August 5th. If you snooze, you lose. And yes, it will be we've had our last Celebration. That is going away. Something new is coming, but it's not going to be the same. I'm just saying. Okay, look how cute that is. Okay, now over here, let me turn this around so I can see where they go. So yeah, we haven't used these white stars yet. And I'm going to have to change the placement because of where I put the puppy dog. Yeah, I'm going to change the bat location a little bit. And then place this here. And then a little one. Sometimes these little ones a little bit get destroyed. That's a bad location. Let's see. Huh. Well, we'll put it there. And we'll put this one over here. Okay. So I told you about the in color sale, the Celebration sale. One other thing I have to tell you is I am ordering the catalogs tomorrow, the holiday catalogs. If you have ordered a minimum of $50 from me in the last 90 days, you will automatically get one. If you have not, you will not. Yeah, that was kind of harsh, but yeah. So sales are not what they used to be. So you have to order a catalog. You have to order product to get a catalog. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So you have until tonight. I'm going to be placing the order tomorrow around 10:30 a.m. is when I have my alarm set. Okay. So if you don't order, if you haven't ordered, so sorry. I cannot send you a catalog. Yeah. Ruh-roh. There we go. Look how cute. Now let's put the candy back in here. So here is those M&Ms, the little snack size ones, and the little fidget keychains. You technically would only put one of these in here, right? You wouldn't, well, you could give somebody two. Like if you, look how cute that is. You might want to give your grandchildren a bunch of them, right? It comes in a pack of, I can't remember. It comes in a bunch. Okay. Yeah, looks good, right? So the only thing I didn't do is the back one, the back side. This was popped up with dimensionals. Okay, let me look at the questions really quick, and then we're going to do the live giveaway. So Kathy says she's so glad she ordered the paper or the stamp set, all of the above, right? The bundle. Okay, so let me show you. Let's do the YouTube, or not the YouTube Chick Candy, because we changed the wording of that. Let me show you last week's winner for the giveaway. So last week, this was not last week, this was this week's. Last week is already in the other room. So let me show you who won. So congrats to Donna. She won last week's Chick Candy. I only had 56 entries, so I used random number generator. What number was she? I can't remember, like 11 or something. Anyway, Donna, I need your address. So if you're on here live, you can either scan that QR code with your phone or you can use that link to claim your prize. If you can't figure it out, you can always email me. Okay? Now this week, you have from tonight until August 4th. And then this one is Antique Pearls, Stampin' Dimensionals, Old Olive Ink Pad, and of course the drawstring bag. I shared a picture on my website. Did I share it on my website? I shared it on Facebook of all the bags because I wanted everybody to see that I have all of them made already. So here's all 13 of those. There's only 12 weeks of Halloween, but I made a few extra. So here's the picture of all of them. So I will be legit giving away one every week. Yeah, so there's all of them. Let's see, what else was I going to say? I don't know. Okay, so you have a whole week to enter to win. If you cannot figure out how to enter to win, it will be posted on my blog. So if you can find this on my website, in the body of that blog post, you're going to find your free PDF, and you'll also see the link to enter to win. So all you got to do is head over to my website, and it will, all the details will be right there, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do, give me about a minute. I'm going to go pull all the entries for our live prizes. We're going to draw those now, and then we're going to get out of here, and we're going to go have dinner, right? So winner number 1 will get to choose. You get to choose either 2 colors of cardstock, the embellishment, or one of these bags. Winner number 2 will get to choose what's left over, and the last one won't have a choice. That sounds so cruel, doesn't it? Okay, so let me go get the entries really quick, and then I'll share my screen when we choose the winners. So give me a couple seconds. Or, yeah. How long does it really take me? Probably a whole minute, doesn't it? I think I've gotten pretty quick at it. So tonight we have 210 entries. And I'm just going to download those real quick and copy them. Download. And today's date is 7/29. Okay, here we go. Command C and Command V. And I'm just going to delete the title of that thing. And now I'm going to share my screen. Always have the hardest time seeing this. Is this it? Am I sharing my screen? I think I am. For some reason, I can't see it though. Okay, here we go. Winner number 1. Be thinking about what you want if your name is chosen. Cindy, congrats. Now, which item would you like? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a second so that we can look and see which item Cindy wants. So here's the name. Here's the winner. You have your choice of 2 packs of cardstock, the embellishment, or one of the drawstring bags. And let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, Cindy, congrats. I don't have my timer, but let me look. Okay, it's 7:52. So you got a couple minutes to let us know which item you want. Is Cindy here? By the way, those of you that won last week, I mailed those today. And some of you that won the week before, I mailed those today as well. Okay, we're waiting to hear from Cindy. If you'll just let us know you're here. You got 1 more minute to claim. I got to put on my list to bring my timer over here. It's behind me. Oh, while we're waiting, y'all want to see this really huge drawstring bag? This is going to be a birthday gift bag. Yes, Cindy, are you here? You got about 30 seconds more, and then I'm going to draw another winner. In fact, while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and draw. I know I forgot my timer. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the next winner, and then hopefully by that time, oh wait, let me go back. I got to share my screen. Cindy, is that you? Okay, which drawstring bag do you want? Just let me know which one you want. Cindy wants the bag, so your choices are either the cat or the ghost. Okay? Now, the next, I got to share my screen. And here we go. Stephanie, congrats. Which item would you like? The 2 packs of cardstock or the embellishment? 7:55. Oh no. Oh my goodness gracious. What am I going to do? I think I just I don't even know how to get out of here. Oh my gosh. How do I hit escape? Are y'all still there? Are y'all still there? I have to move that button on my website. So, am I still live? Okay, Stephanie says she'll do the cardstock. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Of course, I'm still alive. I meant live. I went away for a second. Stephanie, just let me know which colors of cardstock. Okay, so our final winner will get the antique pearls. So what happened to the screen when I disappeared? Yeah, what happened to the screen when I went away? So our final winner is going to get the antique pearls and oh, let me share my screen real quick. Share screen. Wait, did I forget? The screen went black. Okay, here we go. Final winner. I opened up another program. Marcy, congrats. Okay. Marcy, you get the embellishments. Now I need y'all's address to mail these. So let me, give me a second. I gotta turn off the screen share. There we go. So Shannon said for her nothing happened but Hello Kitty. Yeah, so on my computer, I can play Hello Kitty on Apple Arcade. So next to my software that I use to stream on multiple platforms, the Hello Kitty button is there. So I accidentally hit Hello Kitty and it was pulling up the game. I'm like, oh, I was freaking out. Okay, so I need y'all's addresses. And here is the link. Yeah, there's the link. Or you can use that Chick Candy form, and the link to claim it, or this QR code will take you both. You can enter to win Chick Candy there, and then below at the very bottom of that page is also where you claim. Okay, so you can use that QR code right there, and yeah, okay. Does that make sense? I'll leave this here for a second. That way somebody can take a picture with their phone. Okay, any last minute questions before I sign off? Where did I get the toys? I got those on Amazon, and I will give you the link to those real quick. They're called fidget keychains. So Command C, and here you go. Command V. There's the keychains. Yeah, they weren't too expensive either. Pretty good deal. And they're a nice gift to give instead of, Lori says she had 6 different screens come up. When did the catalog ship? The catalog goes live, the holiday catalog goes live in September, the first week of September. So you will probably get your catalog mid to late August. Yeah, mid to late August. Yes, congrats to all the winners. The 2 cardstock on top. So Stephanie wants, so that's lemon lime twist and balmy blue. Okay, I'll write that on here real quick. I'm just going to put green and blue. Okay, any other last minute questions? I'll be here again next Tuesday, same time, same place. And next week, I will not start Hello Kitty in the middle of the live. Although I'm wondering now, could I stream Hello Kitty when I'm live? That's interesting. I probably could, but I wouldn't be able to see y'all's comments, right? That's got me thinking. Okay, any last minute questions? So don't forget, tomorrow, the free PDF, all the measurements and everything. And don't forget about the August special, because when I see you live again next time, it will be, what's that date? Let me look. So August 5th. Oh, that's the day the special starts. So, yeah. But don't forget, some of those celebration items will go fast. And then they're gone, lickety-split, right? They will not be available again. Hey, Cam, were you the one asking me about that fabric for the drawstring bags? The bird, was it you? The name of that fabric line was Sweet and Plenty, by Me and My Sister's Design. Sorry, it took me, 3 weeks to figure it out, or 2 weeks? But yeah, this is, see, here's the birds. Well, they're somewhere in there. Yeah, Sweet and Plenty. That's the fabric line. Okay, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next Tuesday. See you later.